Well, here in Extension, we're fortunate to often get the opportunity to meet with authors of books, and we have one today, actually a friend of mine, Carrie Mendez, who's here. Thanks so much, Carrie, for spending a few minutes with us.
Thank you. I love it.
And what I'd like to look at here is your book. I know you've had it out a little bit, but top 10 lists for beautiful shade gardens. I know a lot of people have a yard with a lot of shade. When they were built, they put in the trees too big or too small, too close, and then they grew up and now they've got shade. So how do people deal with that? What do you recommend in here?
I think most people feel that, they've been dealt a bad card if they land in the shade. There's only hosta and impatience. I wanted to show people there's so many cool plants, perennial shrubs, climbing vines, annuals that we can use in shade. And I think the beauty of a shade garden far outweighs any sun-loving garden. And shade gardens are typically so much less work than gardening for sun gardens. So I say go plant a tree and celebrate the shade.
Well, that is an awesome approach, and it must be a lot. It says here 52 lists. You must divide that up by different types of shade. How do you divide those lists up?
I have different categories by plant material, like shrubs, climbing vines, evergreens, perennials, bulbs. But one of the categories that a lot of people are interested in is what plants do well in dry shade, because a lot of times you do have that root competition. And there are a lot of cool plants that can duke it out with the roots of trees and shrubs. One of my favorites is a perennial commonly called barrenwort, epimedium.
Yep.
That's a great ground cover with beautiful spring flowers, lovely foliage, and even better, the foliage keeps grass and weeds from seeding in with those overlapping leaves.
And so that's one that I started planting, and there's so many new ones out now that do great in shade that are hardy up here too, which I didn't realize, and that's one of my favorites. So that's a great one in here.
Now, your zone here, again, I'm from Kennebunk, Maine now.
Okay,
so, yeah.
And well, in Vermont, we, like a lot of places, straddle line usually hardiness zones, which a lot of people probably know USDA has a map, and you can check on that map online or with garden centers, what their zone is, but it's basically about 5, which is warmer, to 3, which is cold. So in our Northeast Kingdom or in the mountains, that kind of thing. So, and I guess your book is adapted to the colder climates, like ours.
Really, I specialize, because I lived in upstate New York for many years and now Maine. Most of the plants in this book are for zones 3 through 5. Because that's what I've been gardening in for 30 years.
Really the colder ones around here would be great for
Tough
Vermont
love
and this whole region, of the country. Another thing I really like about this, your list, top 10. So I know a lot of times these lists go on and on, you have no clue, but you've really narrowed it down to top plants in each of these categories.
Cut to the chase. We don't have a lot of time. We want good information, easy to understand, and available to buy at our independent garden centers. And that's what I try to give people. Reliable list of plants we can buy at garden centers.
Well, that's good too, because a lot of times you see these and you go there and they have no clue, or you can't get them. So
I don't remember the last time I ordered mail order. I really believe in buying local and independent garden centers.
We've got a lot of great ones around here to buy from. So hopefully people can get good ideas. And thank you so much for writing this and sharing it with us today.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching today on Across the Fence. For University of Vermont Extension, I'm Leonard Perry.